Let me talk about immersion for a few minutes. Immersion simply means that you go into a classroom and the only language they speak there is the language you are about to learn. In my case, that would be German. Now, I have several issues with that approach. Let me explain which. The first issue is that in such a situation where you do not understand a single word, you feel fear, anxiety, and anxiety is never a good companion when you want to learn a new thing. The second issue is that immersion actually means that you will be doing all the work. So why do you have a teacher then? If the teacher is just presenting material to you, you could as well listen to some tapes or podcasts or read books. A teacher has to simplify things and explain things to you. Yes, a teacher can make even an immersive approach work, but he's wasting or she's wasting a lot of time and energy by using this approach. The third issue I have is that with immersion, you can still achieve your aim and become a solid German speaker, but the learning curve is so slow. It takes ages to get to certain topics. I, for example, do the past tense in the second session, and in school I do that after 4 weeks of intensive class. Just to give you an idea how powerful it could be not to immerse a student into the target language, the language he or she wants to learn. The fourth point is that immersion is especially bad for beginners until B1, because then that's when the fear and the not knowing things is the strongest. After B1, it makes sense to immerse people in the language they want to learn, but even then there will be complex matters that a student has to learn, and those should always be explained in a language that they understand perfectly. Because otherwise, if they don't understand perfectly, the risk is high that they just make up rules on their own. I've come across ridiculous rules, and which is kind of funny, but it's also dangerous for the learner. It might get you into embarrassing situations. And the next thing is, please throw away your German dictionary or your monolingual dictionary. I hated these when I learned languages because I never got a really clear answer, and there is no benefit in that. If there is an English word for a German word, go for it and try to find it in a context. You shouldn't learn vocabulary isolatedly anyhow. You should learn it in the context of a text or a movie or a podcast. And this course has taught you how to use and how to learn vocabulary efficiently. Almost the biggest issue I have with immersion is that it completely ignores your knowledge. You have painfully acquired your mother tongue. You don't remember the pain because you were young, but if I only spoke German to you, your mother tongue is worth nothing because you don't know how to relate to it. Maybe later on as you proceed you understand more and more and relate German or the language you learn to your mother tongue automatically, but that is left to luck and also to your ability to find these patterns and similarities or differences. A teacher should always make use of what you bring into the game. I call it pre-knowledge, the knowledge you have already acquired. Plus, you have so much knowledge about the world, about how things are. All this knowledge has gone to zero if the teacher speaks German to you exclusively. Stay away from immersion. The immersive approach is there only for one reason: to make teaching people in groups economical. Language classes can hire any teacher. All the teacher has to be able to do is to speak his or her mother tongue. So I have a wider choice of teachers. Plus, I can put just anybody into the classroom from wherever they come from because they all speak the same language. None. Yeah? If I had to limit my teaching to people who spoke Romanian, I would possibly not be able to offer any German classes for Romanians because it would be too expensive. So I don't blame language schools for working this way. They have to operate properly. But to be really honest, it's wasting an immense amount of energy and time. And the future of language learning is definitely in individual learning, which can be supported by the internet.